Today's video is all about how you can get started with little acts of decluttering for January. Hello, my name's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. I do videos about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year, and today we're going to do lots of little acts of decluttering ready for January. And like I said before, I've come up with a calendar PDF document that you can download from my website, which is declutteryourlife.co.uk. From that website you can download the PDF calendar for the month for free, and it will have everything that I'm going to talk about now for every single day of the month. I was umming and ahhing about whether or not to keep it to Monday to Fridays so that there were only like 20 or so per month, but then I realised that actually lots of people want to do a daily thing, so let's do it every single day of the month, and you can either skip areas that are not relevant to you or you can go into a bit more detail if it's one of your bigger areas. Hopefully these little acts of decluttering will help you to manage the decluttering process, as I realise that for some people it can be really overwhelming if you try and do a whole area, like a whole room. It can be too many things all at once to deal with, and having the little acts of decluttering will hopefully make it a bit more manageable. So we're going to go through each day of the week. I've mapped them out on my own calendar first of all, so we're going to go through that today and see what we've got for each day of the month, and I'll talk you through what I mean by each area to help you understand it better. So for the 1st of January, I would like you to find a drawer that is full to the brim, and I want you to try and reduce down the amount of stuff that you have in it. This could be a drawer that is absolutely bursting, maybe in your wardrobe for example, and see if you can reduce it down so that it closes really comfortably and it means that it's not over full. This is a really good strategy for a number of different areas in your home, and it helps you to just focus in on one little area to kind of reduce it down without too much pressure. For the 2nd of January, I want you to see if you can find any gift cards or coupons and see if you can use them up so that you don't have them hanging around, because otherwise you end up with a very full wallet. So it's a really good idea to get in the habit of using up gift vouchers as soon as you can and make sure that you think about what you're going to purchase with them. For the 3rd of January, I want you to get rid of any old cameras. So these are ones that you're not using, that are not serving a purpose. See whether or not you can donate any to a friend that might be interested in having a go with them for beginner photography, or you could see if you could sell them to a buy and sell place or locally on Marketplace. For the 4th day of the month, I want you to go through your wallet and see if you can reduce down any business cards that you have there. Get rid of any excess that you are not likely to use or to bring up. I know for a lot of people business cards have kind of gone, I would say, but I think there are some industries where it's still quite prevalent, and do you need to keep business cards for everybody? For the 5th day of the month, I want you to get rid of any USB sticks or USB drives that you are not using. So check what you've got on them, and if you don't need them, see if you can donate them to somebody else. For the 6th day of the month, I want you to declutter any single-use plastics, such as utensils or plates that you are not going to use. So these might be like party supply kind of things that you are not likely to use. You could donate them to somebody else that might have an occasion coming up, and so that they can be used, but see if you can get rid of them from your home. For the 7th day of the month, can you reduce down the number of towels that you have? I know this will be a contested debate about how many towels you should have, but I tend to only have a couple of towels per person, maybe 2 or 3, because chances are one's being used, one's in the wash and one's spare in the cupboard. I do keep like one old towel in case there's any kind of emergencies, like with the washing machine or anything like that, so that I can help clear it up. I don't tend to have an excess amount of towels, so that's an area that you might be able to reduce down. For the 8th day of the month, can you clear a surface? So this could be any kind of surface. It could be a piece of furniture, making sure that the area is clean, like the dining table, a sideboard, a windowsill, the kitchen side. Choose a surface and try and clear it. So see if you can find everything at home, find everything in place. If it does belong there, can you organise it so that it looks neat and presentable, and get rid of anything that is not necessary. For the 9th day of the month, can you reduce down the amount of bags for life that you have? I am really good at having about 4 bags for life, and they live in the boot, so that as soon as I finish shopping they go straight back in the boot, so that I know that I've got them ready for the food shop. But I don't need more than 4, so any extra I tend to give away to people if they ask for bags, or if they need them, or to see if anybody else needs them, because I don't need a big stash. For the 10th day of the month, can you reduce down the number of tea towels? And again, I know with tea towels, lots of people like to have emergency ones in case there's some mopping up to do, etc. But do you need to have a humongous pile of maybe 10 or 11 tea towels? I do change them very regularly. I think I change them every day. Yes. But even still, because I have probably a wash on every couple of days in the washing machine, I would say that I probably don't have any more than 7 or 8. So I have a couple in the wash and drying, and then I have a couple ready to use. So I usually have enough. I don't have lots of spares, but all the ones that I have are ones that are quick drying, that are easy to use, and that actually do the job really well. For the 11th day of the month, can you go through your formal dress wear and reduce down the amount that you have? Do you have lots of occasion dresses, like dresses for weddings, as guests, etc.? Could you reduce down the number that you have? Are you likely to wear them again? Do they still suit your style? See if you can sell them maybe, or donate them to a charity or to friends and family, so that they get more use out of them than if they were sat in your wardrobe. For the 12th of January, I want you to go through hair ties and bobby pins. Can you reduce down the number of like little accessories that you have for your hair, so that you don't have as many? Obviously bobby pins, you might have quite a few, or you might lose them regularly, and that's fine. But do you need an excess amount? Is there a way that you can store them so that you're more likely to put them back in the right place so you don't lose them? For the 13th of the month, I want you to go through any used colouring books or activity books. Can you reduce down the amount that you have? This is particularly relevant if you've got children. So any that are quite used colouring pages, could you tear out the ones that they've done or they don't want to keep, so that you just have colouring pages or activities that can be used? If they are full, they've been done, then recycle them. For the 14th of January, can you go through your DVDs and CDs and reduce the amount that you have? I know lots of people don't keep lots of CDs anymore or DVDs, but I still have like a teeny tiny collection of CDs, which I showed in one of my decluttering videos recently, that I keep under the bed, and they are just really special ones that I really love the music to, and at some point I need to digitise them and put them on my computer so that I've got a copy of them, so that I could then get rid of the physical copy. And I do have my first ever CD that I ever bought, which is Corner Shop Brimful of Asher. That was my very first kind of CD that I bought. I don't keep very many DVDs. The only DVDs that I really keep are Disney films that I know that I will watch over and over, because I don't subscribe to any Disney subscriptions, or Sky Cinema, so it just means that I can watch them whenever I like, and they're just ones that I really love, like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast and Moana. They are my absolute faves, love it. And Encanto as well, that's amazing. And I also have any film adaptations of Jane Austen books, because I absolutely love it. I need to get the new Persuasion on DVD actually, but I watch it on Netflix at the minute, so really enjoying that. But can you reduce down the amount of DVDs and only keep ones that you are definitely going to watch or cannot access through a subscription that you're already signed up to? For the 15th of January, can you go through your makeup and reduce what you have? Have you got anything that's expired or old? If you've got any mascara, make sure it's only been used for the last 6 months. If it's older than 6 months or opened for longer than 6 months, then it's probably time to replace it. Especially anything that is to do with your eyes should be replaced every 6 months. Other makeup lasts a bit longer, but it's worth going through that regularly. And are there any colours or palettes that you don't use because you don't like the colours or the style, etc.? Donate them, sell them, do what you can to reduce the amount that you have. For the 16th of January, can you reduce down the amount of toy collection? So if you've got children, they might have a lot of Lego or dolls. Anything that is like a collection thing, like Barbie dolls, etc. Can you reduce down the amount that they have? Are there any sets in there or dolls that they don't play with anymore that could be decluttered? For the 17th of January, I want you to clear the front of the fridge so that it has less clutter on the outside. It depends on your kitchen setup. Some people have fridges where the doors are covered, so mine is like that. I've got an actual door that kind of covers the front of the fridge, so I can't use magnets and etc. If you do have an open fridge where you have the front of the fridge visible, can you reduce down the amount of things that are being stored on there? For the 18th of January, can you clear the kitchen side of clutter, get rid of any appliances that you're not using regularly and put things away into the cupboards so that they are out of view, so it's easier to clear, easier to tidy. For the 19th of January, can you reduce down the amount of memorabilia that you have? So if you're somebody that likes to collect things, are there any items in there that you don't absolutely love that you can maybe sell on or donate to somebody else? For the 20th of January, can you reduce down the amount of organising products that you have? So I know that when you're decluttering, it can be really tempting to be organising and getting containers to store things in, but actually that's not solving the problem. The problem is the amount of stuff. So quite often when you start getting rid of stuff, you notice that you've got a lot of organising products or organising boxes or storage boxes that you are not using. So are there any that you could then declutter, that you could get rid of the storage boxes? And these are really good ones to try and sell locally as well. For the 21st of January, can you go through your books and get rid of any that you have already read and that you are not intending to read again, or any that you don't think you'll get time to read or don't feel like you want to read anymore? For the 22nd of January, can you go through toys as you tidy away each night and get rid of anything that you think is not being played with or you think is damaged or broken? For the 23rd of January, can you get rid of any things that you have been given by friends or family that you don't think that you are going to use? So these are quite often things that are gifted, maybe like clothing or items for the home that you have been given as a gift, kind of, or when they've been decluttering and you've kind of taken it on and thought, I may use it, so I'll just keep hold of it. If you're not going to use them, get rid of them. For the 24th of January, can you get rid of any old chargers that do not match up to a device, or that are ones that are old that you think might not be safe anymore? For the 25th of January, can you get rid of anything that is taking up too much time in your life? So this could be things that are kind of stressful to you, that you think are unnecessary for you to do. Maybe you could get somebody else to do it or subscribe to a service so that you don't have to do it. So for example, if you find that it's taken too much time to do the food shop and you need to free up some time, could you arrange for it to be click and collect, or could you arrange for it to be delivered so that you have more time to be able to focus in on other things? So the 26th of January, can you fill a donation box? So grab any kind of storage box and see if you can go and fill it with anything that you could donate to a charity. For the 27th of January, can you go through your laundry as you put it away and really think about whether or not they fit, whether they feel nice, whether or not they suit your current style, and whether or not they should stay in your home. For the 28th of the month, can you get into the habit of using up products so that you are not regularly buying things when you already have items at home? The 29th of January, can you get rid of any expired food from your food cupboards so that you are freeing up some space? The 30th of January, can you go through your friends list on social media and unfollow or unfriend anybody that you do not talk to and you do not have a connection with? It will just free up the amount of notifications about things in your newsfeed that are just not relevant and not useful to you. For the 31st of January, do you have any items that you have borrowed from friends or family that you now need to return? This is a really easy way of decluttering some items that you have got in your home that actually don't belong to you. So get in the habit of getting them straight back to the person that you borrowed them from as soon as you can. So there are 31 little acts of decluttering for January. I hope you enjoy the journey of decluttering over the next month, and I will be sharing these daily on my TikTok channel and Instagram if you want to follow there to have the daily reminders. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more about decluttering, minimalism and my no spend year. Take care, bye.